Donnie and Dolly. The team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help.
We got Travis now. Travis Green, head coach of the Ottawa Senators. Senators making the playoffs this season for the first time since 2017. Successful season. Travis, thanks for doing this, sir. Took a while, but we got you. How are you?
A little problem here with my phone, but I'm on. You guys always give me a headache one way or another.
Yeah.
Hey, come on.
Better late than never. Hey, speaking of which, Travis, before we get to your team, what advice would you give somebody like Adam Foote? What advice would you give to somebody taking over as head coach of the Vancouver Canucks?
I'm really happy for Footer. He's done a good job in Vancouver, him and Talk, and I'm happy for him, excited for him, and just be himself.
What's your reaction to the season you had, your first season with the Ottawa Senators?
Yeah, I haven't really thought back on it too hard yet. Still kind of licking our wounds from losing. We'll take a couple weeks here to kind of decompress, much like our players need to, coaches, and then take a look at the season. But you go into the season hoping to make the playoffs. A lot of teams do. It's obviously easier said than done. And overall, we had a good year, though.
The playoff series with the Leafs, I tell you, 5-on-5, Travis, you guys were right there with the Leafs. Special teams really hurt early. They scored a ton of power play goals. But talk about that series.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. I liked our game a lot. Obviously, we had a lot of players that hadn't played in playoff hockey. And, you prepare your team as a coach the best you can, but there's something to be said for experience. I was proud of how our group played. I thought a lot of the games probably could have gone either way, much like a lot of the NHL games go in playoffs. And but I thought 5-on-5, we carried a lot of the play. Obviously, they've got a lot of skilled players. Their power play came up big when they needed it, and they had some timely goals from some of their top players.
Travis, what's it like to coach a guy like Brady Tkachuk? So much passion, so much enthusiasm. You got to rein it in sometimes. But what is it like to coach a guy like him?
It's awesome. I think you nailed it. There's not a lot of players like Brady in the league as far as how he plays the game, with the skill and power, competitiveness, feistiness, toughness, and he's a joy to coach. He wants to win badly, and that's when you have that when you have those qualities in your captain and a young captain. I think it feeds the rest of the group, and really saw Brady mature this year, not just on the ice but off the ice, because it's not an easy role to be in a Canadian market, a young captain, especially in a place that hasn't made the playoffs for a while. And when you talk about improvements, and when your captain wants to be responsible, be held accountable, and improve as a player, you can't ask for anything more.
Travis, you had Adam Gaudette in Vancouver. This guy went off this year, 19 goals, some big plays in the playoffs. What happened there? I mean, before this season, he hasn't had a ton of success scoring goals.
Yeah, I think, you hear it a lot. There's something to be said about learning, maturing, being sometimes players are given a lot at the beginning of their career, and if it doesn't go well, they end up in the minors, and that's hard for players, and they learn a lot when you play in the minors, and you go through adversity, and God's did, and give him a lot of credit. He's always had a scoring touch, but I think what he's understood as he's grown in the league and grown in his career is, really what it takes to play in the league sometimes. And he's extremely smart. He understands a lot of the little details. I'd say more now than he did as a rookie or a younger guy, which is to be expected. That takes some time. And I was very happy for a season for him personally, just to see him, get back into the NHLA and have a good season.
What did Linus Omark mean to your team this season, Travis?
Yeah, a lot. I think there's something to be said about belief in your goaltending and, swagger, confidence. And, the league, there's so much parity in the league now. I don't know if I've seen it goaltending be such an important position as it is now. Every night, the margin for wins and losses are so close. Having a good goalie is important, not only for the obvious physical play, but the mental part of it as well amongst your group.
Yeah. Just listening to him talk, he seems like a real leader too. Hey, your old assistant, Manny Malhotra, he didn't get the Canucks head coaching job, but he's doing an outstanding job with the Abbotsford Canucks. Do you see him down the line as NHL head coaching material, Travis?
I do. I think, when I first started working with Manny, you kind of get a feel for a guy, whether he's wired to be a head coach, an assistant coach, and really what he wants to do is a big part of that. And Manny definitely has the presence, the speaking capabilities. I think he has the outlook, like how he looks at the game as a head coach. And then you have to put in the work to become one. And I think it's great that he's in the AHL now. It's a great opportunity for him. It was a great hire by the Canucks. And not surprising that he was in conversation. And wouldn't be surprising at all if he is a head coach in the league. And I'm sure he will be as time goes on. And he's only going to get better the longer he's a head coach down in the American Hockey League.
What are your plans for the offseason, Travis?
Not a lot. It's a grind, the season. Just taking probably 3 to 4 weeks before we get back at it as a coaching staff and start to evaluate our season, how we can get better and where we need to look to improve as a staff and within our group.
Well, maybe if you're not doing much, you can join us on a weekly basis.
Hey, Travis, how much do you miss the Vancouver media? Come on.
I might end up taking someone's job on the panel, though, if I do that.
Well, okay. There's a job waiting for you here, believe me.
Hey, answer the question.
Coach, so maybe I can do that.
Travis, how much do you miss the Vancouver media? Come on.
Yeah, no, you know what? It's all good fun. That's part of the NHL. It's part of the passion. I don't have to tell you guys. I've talked about it a lot. I grew up in BC. A lot of fond memories. I'm grateful for the Canucks that they gave me an opportunity. Can the media be challenging at times? Yeah, for sure. But there's a passionate fan base in Vancouver, and I always have great memories about Vancouver.
Enjoy your summer, Travis. Thanks for doing this. Appreciate it.
Okay, guys. Yeah, thanks for having me.